Today's Satsang in Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Jnanakarma Sannyasa Yoga, 39th verse.
Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatparas samyatendriyaha jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadi
Shraddhavan lapate jnanam tatparaha samyatendriyaha jnanam labdva param shantim achirenadi gacchati. Translation: the person with the trust catches hold of consciousness. Beyond that, he subdues the power of the senses. Having attained the state of consciousness, very soon he acquires supreme auspiciousness. A person with Shraddha, Shraddha, the very word is so beautiful and powerful. Courageous trust is what I call Shraddha. Unless the seed has the courage to be pressured by the sand and break open, it can never become tree. Same way, unless your nerves, your cognizing system, the system through which you take cognizance of life in your system, means through which you perceive, unless that goes through the supreme spiritual yearning pressure, the suffocation due to the insufficient feeling of your capacity to perceive. Please understand. The only difference between you and me is that I can perceive little more deep into time and space. You can comprehend using your mind maybe little bit from the past and little bit in the present and little bit in the future, and little bit happening around you. I can perceive little more in the past, little more in the present, little more in the future, little more in the outer and inner space. That's it. So the yearning to perceive more, suffocation of lower level of perception, is the basic requirement for enlightenment. Unfortunately, when that happens, you give different reasons for that suffocation and run away. Actually, when somebody comes into the organization, when I awaken their Kundalini, the suffocation of insufficient perception only is awakened in them. But unfortunately, they feel, I think this suffocation is because of structuring, because people don't care about me. They attribute to all outside and run away, escape. It is not because of any other person. It is because of your Kundalini awakening. When the Kundalini is awakened, the first thing will happen to you is you will feel the insufficient perception, the suffocation of insufficient perception. Shraddha is the strength to face the insufficient suffocation and break it make it into a complete perception. Your capability to perceive, your capability to expand. Bhagavan is hitting again and again on the same point, last 3 verses. You can see very clearly, last 3 verses he goes on talking about spontaneous readiness for intense action. Still that word is there in my tongue, like a hangover of the sweet. See, if you eat some sweet you really like, at least for next 10 minutes you will have the hangover in your tongue. That word is such a beautiful word. Spontaneous readiness for intense action. Still that word is there in my throat like a sweet. Now Bhagavan uses beautiful word, Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. These 3 words are used in Vedanta again and again in many places. These 3 words are popular words in Atma Bodha, in many of the Shankara literatures, and the latter Sureshwara's Vartikas and Bodhendra Saraswati's Tikas and many other post-Shankara Vedantic literatures talk about this word, Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. All you need is the courage to stand your own yearning, intense yearning. I tell you, seed has to feel the pressure. From outside the pressure of sand, from inside the pressure to become a tree. Only then it slowly opens up and becomes a tree. Same way, when somebody comes here to learn from me, to imbibe from me, the first thing I do, I try to expand their perception, their capability to look into past, present, future, outer space and inner space. Please understand, if somebody is screaming at you, if you start immediately hating the person, your perception is too small in the outer space. But if you can wait and look into his pattern, and the pattern from which he is shouting, and respond only to that pattern, and wait for him to get out of that pattern, you have more perception, expanded perception in the outer space. Same way in your inner world. If you just go behind your instinct, again, reduced perception, suffocating perception. Instead, you wait, watch how ball rolls inside your inner space, how you respond from your pattern, how you try to fulfill something which can never be fulfilled, how you try to run behind something which is never your prarabdha, again and again and again. Standing with a tremendous understanding. I can give you one powerful technique, simple technique to reduce the suffocation and the pressure you feel. Go around and start teaching, connecting with people. Then you will see, you will neither lose your yearning, Shraddha, nor go back to the granary to get fried. See, if you are just constantly working on you, you feel too much of suffocation. If you move out of you, the working, you go back to the granary where you will just get fried and you will never ever sprout again. Instead, use teaching, relating with people, connecting with others as a method, process, technique to ease the suffocation, to ease the suffering. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam tatparas samyatendriyaha jnanam labdva param shantim achirenadi gacchati. The person with trust catches hold of the consciousness. Beyond that, he subdues the power of the senses. Having attained the state of consciousness, very soon he acquires supreme auspiciousness. Enlightenment is literally the alchemy process. Sometimes people think it is option. I tell you, no. It is compulsion. Everybody who assumed the body has to achieve enlightenment. It is not just destination, it is destiny. It is destiny and destination of every individual who assumed the body. Ramakrishna says very beautifully, even if you are far away from Ganga, you want to drink only Ganges water and you are traveling towards it, even if you are not getting the Ganges water, don't drink drainage water. Proceed, 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 progress in the path of getting the Ganges water. Even if you die in between, it's okay. You will take one more body and start from that place where you left. But don't drink drainage water, don't compromise. The sacred secret in this verse is exactly that. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. Do not feel comfortable in the warmth of the frying pan. Even if it is heavy pressure under the sand, be there. You will open up and become a tree. Be there where the possibility for the higher opening is there. Don't be in a place, even if it is warm now, which will freeze all your possibility. Let me be rid of this now. Don't work with that idea. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. I give you this 3 words. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam, also as one of the important quotation. Try to write these 3 words 11 times in your book of heart. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam, Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. And try to internalize these 3 words. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. Now, sit for few seconds and internalize this word, Shraddhavan lapate jnanam. Close your eyes. feel the Master's presence and internalize this one word, Shraddhavan labate jnanam.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, Nithyananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 09742203311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.